Welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England Campaign, episode the 14th with B Squawker. And when we had left off, we had killed once more the King of France. He tried to attack us at Cayenne, he tried to attack us at Rennes. They see him here, they see him there, but no one expects that I actually killed him. And then it did come at the cost of losing Robert. He has sadly passed away, but in his stead, two new members of the royal family have joined us from their valour in the battlefield. Augustine of Guildford has joined us, and he is a commandy, loyal, slightly chivalry kind of guy, currently heading to Cayenne to pick up some reinforcements before we start looking at making an attack on Angiers, since we've more or less got back into the pub's good books. He still isn't really keen on us, but this has kind of got the big hate burner on for the Holy Roman Empire right now. I might be able to sneakily capture another territory or two just to slow down the French, who are getting more aggressive. And since they're not very interested in peace, well, it may be the sword we have to use. Rufus is also still on his way to do his crusades. He is now 3 turns away from reaching Egypt, so that is a exciting prospect we'll be dealing with soon. And it has also been suggested by a commenter that we try and forge an alliance with Poland. I can kind of see where he's coming from, in that Poland would be a good way to sandwich the Holy Roman Empire if they ever try anything against us. But at the same time, it could mean being dragged into Polish affairs. Let's see what Poland is up to right now in terms of diplomacy. While it's on the subject, Poland currently is fighting the Egyptians, but they are the power player in that they are an ally of Denmark and a vassal, and well, they have Russia as a vassal, so maybe an idea to make friends in high places. Currently have a diplomat heading to speak with the Spanish, and Lawrence,
Yes, my lord.
since you don't need to bother with the Danish anymore, let's go and maybe have a little chat with the Polish and see if there is a possibility of maybe making a friend out of them, because if they are so good at this game, then they would be a useful ally, and to be honest, having them go to war with me would not be suitable in a way. Anyway, we are pretty much at the end of this turn. There isn't really a lot to do. We've got no money, as usual. And we are just really waiting for Bruges to surrender. We're 2 turns away from capturing Bruges, but the garrison is probably going to sally forth at the end of the day. So we'll have to just get it organised, but at least we'll be fighting a weakened army, and since there'll be pikemen on the offensive, that's where I can have my fun. And yeah, in terms of Scotland, apparently we could also try and boss Scotland around, but I don't even know where Scotland's gone. I'm actually going to send Nigel. I suspect the Scots are in Finland, so up Norway, if I want to actually use my knowledge of Nordic geography. So I'm actually going to send Nigel just to go and have a little explore, because I do want to know whatever did happen to Scotland, because they've got no army and they must be doing something. I mean, and if they are doing nothing, then I might just say bugger it and capture Edinburgh for myself. But at the same time, I have to be careful. I'm not exactly the most popular kingdom in the world, so it's all about the timing. But and again, I could say, well, actually I don't have a diplomat near Scotland, do I, to just go and quickly pester them, some map information. I don't really recruit a 3rd one at this time. Anyway, nothing really left to do. Augustine's heading back for reinforcements. Davy Kerfurs is heading to deal with some other rebels and to establish a new watchtower in Somerset, and then really just so on and so forth. And was just having Paul de Beauchamp just having a few little wanderings around just to keep an eye out for other things. There's still this annoying Papal Inquisitor around.
He escapes God's judgment.
But there doesn't seem to be a way to get rid of him apart from probably a dirty assassination, but I'm not really in the mood to try that. Barnaby, by the way, can we initiate the blockade of Bordeaux, because then the Council of Nobles will be satisfied and will give me things. Mainly they will give me some really cool military units. I'm hoping for longbowmen or dismounted feudal knights or something cool like that. Anyway, nothing left to do. We're going to jump on to turn 42, the answer to life, the universe and everything, and see if it does provide us with answers to our current problems, which are problems. By the way, our new guy in Reims, if you didn't remember, is Edgar Baker, not Edgar V. Baker, which is a shame. Okay, so Edgar Baker is ready to marry. He's going to marry someone called Yabolte Marment, so enjoy. And a new mission. The Pope says, stop fucking about with France or I'm going to excommunicate you again. Ugh, I have 7 turns to do it though, so that's enough time for me to fulfill my blockade, and then I guess I can't do Angers. Or maybe I could do Angers. I've got 7 turns, so... Anyway, the Pope's saying, fucking pack it in, because, yeah. I am taking a piss with him again. A lot of sea traffic going on in southern Greece, by the way. The Egyptians are definitely out and about to try and stop anyone from reaching them because, well, that's fair enough. But it looks like the Byzantines are out in force as well, which is concerning. I may suggest wise counsel here, or caution, and we should try maybe disembark in Libya instead. The Egyptians have a lot of sea traffic, and since the Mediterranean is something I have little control of, maybe we disband a little earlier.
I never liked sailing anyway.
Well, good for you. But if we stick to the coastline as well, we can try and get back on a boat. Either way, Rufus, we're going to march along the coast to Cairo. So
we shall slaughter them.
Might take us a bit longer, but to be honest, I suppose other Crusaders, they might be about to get sunk. Because I'm not really too sure. Where do the Byzantines stand in this world? What are they up to? Because I was a little curious. Oh, well, they're hovering around because they hate the Venetians, so that's fair enough. But if they start working with the Egyptians, then we have an issue. Simon, can you just keep, like, scouting ahead? Because I need to know where the Egyptian fleets are. If the Egyptian fleets are quiet, then we can sail these last few blocks, but we must always be wary of the machinations of our enemy and just get away from whatever was going on over there, because that was just like, ugh. Right, anyway, let's jump over the rest of a turn and then make our plans, or at least jump through the rest of the occasions, then make our plans. Everything's on the up and up, and money is coming in and in, so I'm cool with that. By the way, that Inquisitor's up to no good. Paul, can you get back to Dublin and just, like, you know, make it cool?
I shall continue tomorrow.
And once he is spent, we'll continue tomorrow. London has a merchant's wharf, and Carnarvon has a port, which is what's helping to increase our money. And Ivernus has land clearance to help get the town up and running. Recruitment port is just all retraining this turn. Relations have improved. Our relations with Scotland are getting better. Nigel, can you continue scouting ahead and just find? I mean, apparently, I'm looking at this map and it says still Oslo is still rebels. So just keep sniffing around and see what we can discover. I don't know where Oslo actually is, but it's somewhere around here, so we'll discover it on our own accord. And yeah, Edgar's married, so hooray, Edgar. Right, let's jump on with what must be done. Colsey, can you start scouting out into, like, deep France and just get me reports on troop movements and useful things like that? I'm going to have a spy join you as well, because I think it's high time we've got a new spy. And who is this? Perrin Gasseur, and he's probably heading my way.
Continuing once I have rested.
Alright, but what's your
Name thy target.
64%. Tail him.
Today is a particularly good day to die.
I've got an Imperial diplomat in here. I'm not sure if he's heading over to say hello to me and maybe coerce me into something silly, but yeah. I'm going to get a new spy set up in Ram, because, you know what, I think we need to continue our spying ways. And since we have a little bit of money today, I'm also going to authorise the recruitment of a new merchant. I think we're going to have another go with one, and maybe hope that he's more useful than Philip of Dunwich. Or Philip of Dulwich, right.
Hail, my king.
Davy, can you head south?
With honour.
And we're going to deal with those rebels now, because I need to make sure that we have that watchtower set up in order to deal with future rebellions. So... Captain Christopher, you're about to get dead, so...
Begone! You are not my liege.
You'll be my liege... Well, I will be your liege. You will not be my liege. Right. So, he's got town militia, archers, a few longbows, 2 archer militias, actually, mailed knights, and the armoured swordsmen. They're going to be the tricky one to put down, but hopefully the dismounted feudal knights can maybe parry with them for a little bit. The feudal knights actually more or less match the swordsmen. The only thing that is different is, despite the feudal knights have slightly less defense than them, so the small price. So we're going to be at a minor disadvantage, but they'll be able to tackle them for a while until we get basically some mailed knights up in the back. So I'm happy to authorise this engagement. Go for it. So 1,050 men will take on 711 with a balance of power in 5-3, which is in my favour. Davy, go ahead and win this one for England.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle! The love of God is 1,000 times stronger than any mortal armor. His wrath against our foes is 1,000 times better than 1,000 arrows. Our faith gives us his aid, and more, it will give us victory. Now cries St. George, and look for that victory. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest Englishmen. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. I see the foe dare not fight us man to man, but must rely on a woman's stratagem of throwing things at us. And now, I trust my life and victory to the judgment of the Almighty, for I know our cause to be true and just. So pray, you miserable English buggers, and make sure God knows you think the same!
Right, lads, let's do it. Let's deal with a couple of rebels to warm up this weekend. So, let's get some knights all ready and ready to charge. They're basically going to be great for hoovering up all the cavalry. Billmen, I'm going to leave a depleted Billman behind today. I think we can maybe win it on just 2 Billmen today. How I'm going to do it is Billman 1, you're on this flank. Billman 2, you're on this flank. Feudal Knights, you make the middle. Because that will probably be how the enemies deploy their infantry. Hopefully, I don't know, but I'm just predicting. I'm probably predicting wrong, but oh well. Either way, I look forward to seeing these guys in action. They look tough, and they didn't get a goal last time. Archers, you're at the front as usual. You know what you're doing. March forward, start picking off the enemy. Mainly just try and harass enemy archers and town militia. General, you'll be seeking and destroying the enemy general who is lurking somewhere, most likely with his own male knights. So, tell you what, I'll give you a unit of male knights to look after you as well. It's only fair. There we go. Right. Happy with this formation. It's very foggy, so we'll have to be careful. And when I say it's foggy, it also means that someone's forgotten to switch on restrict view. I don't know if I can do it right now. Maybe I can. Oh, there we go. It was just simple as that. There we go. Now we're playing more fairly. Right, let's do this. Now, can I... Yep, I can only zoom in so far, so the enemy lies within the mists of time. Archers, begin moving forward. We'll start probing the enemy. Though this fog is really thick. Not really the best day to have a battle, but I guess it's today we've chosen to have a battle. Wish next time we could get a weather forecast. Then again, I guess we didn't really have weather forecasts in this time period, but oh well. We'll start moving some infantry forward as well, and just have the knights start herring up the flanks. I guess as we get closer, we should be able to get more of a view on the enemy. As we can now, we are starting to come into view. So, archers. Got the archer militia at the front, so let's start bringing them down. I don't really see too much point in parrying with the longbowmen, because they're just going to stay out of your range and then just really be a general pain in the bottom. So, start harassing the enemy archers. I'm not really going to just sit around and just let this be the mainstay of the battle. We're just going to start bringing our infantry forward. And hopefully get some cavalry coming around the flanks, because they're already starting to pick off a couple of our archers. So, not pick off our archers even, they're starting to pick off our infantry. So, cavalry, can we just maybe speed it up a little bit? Looks like the enemy infantry is holding back for the minute. The armoured swordsmen are quite far away, so I might be able to pull off some light harassment if the knights keep out of my way. You lot, I want you to basically just get around the flank. Control the enemy flank for now. Enemy town militia is going to try and come in and interfere us. Get a quick charge in and then pull out. They never last against us. Alright, knights, you've done a very good job there. Keep pushing to those remaining archers. I want you lot to push towards those armoured swordsmen. They're your main target. Right, knights. Pull it out now, pull it out. Right,
The battle is
my
very
men.
much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Hammer into the flank of those mailed knights. My mailed knights hammer in as well. Feudal knights, moving on those armoured swordsmen. Billmen, control their flanks. We'll have this one. Oh my god, who's got the wonky horn on again? Gotta get those things tuned. Alright, here comes the main clash I want to see. They're coming right in. Right, brace yourselves, lads. There we go.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Could the inconsiderate bastard have, like, waited to a point where he wouldn't have ruined this lovely cinematic I was seeing? Right.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
You know the strategy, lads. Run them all down. Archers, could we not, please? Right, there we go. Absolutely mauling those armoured swordsmen now, so they did not stand a chance, but I guess the death of their general did not bring them good tidings. Right, general, finish them off here. Knights, just chase, chase, chase and chase. Simple as that, really. The more we kill, the more we've done. I mean, I'll never come back to haunt us anyway, but let's face it. Oh, we're going to let one of them live, I guess. Don't bother. Actually, no. Billman, give chase. You'll be faster. Feudal Knights, you can call it a day. You've done your part. We lost a couple of your numbers because of enemy archfire, so I'll bring this army back to the castle of Nottingham, get it replenished, and then we're going to send you down into the continent. Keep buffing up our borders against France. I guess we'll have to be slow in our aggression. Or at least hope our diplomat can get us some peace this time around. But once our Bruges and Antwerp, then I feel like it might be time to go all out on France. Or better yet, maybe we should start against the Holy Romans instead. Maybe not the most interesting target in the world, and maybe a bit strategically awkward, but I have uses for them, as in they're excommunicated, so the Pope won't mind if I have to go against them.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valour.
Very good job, men. Very good job. That's the kind of battle I like to have. Losses were very low, actually. These are the results we need. Still, good job. General gained some experience, as did a unit of mailed knights as well, so that's some better news added, so well done. Hooray!
Ah! Glory, honour, victory!
Okay, upon your
Hail,
next
my
turn, we're
king.
going to set up a new tower in the
Making
Somerset
campaign,
area,
noble sire.
or Cornwall, or whatever you want to call it, and then we are sorted out over there. Right, let's get some rest of our
Hail, my
movements
king.
sorted out. So first things first, Augustine,
Yes,
you're heading
my
for
liege.
Cayenne, and we are going to get you replenished as much as we can. You know what's the point of even queuing those guys up? We'll just do it a turn at a time. We could start working on a blacksmith to start mailing up our men as well. That'd drain my money for this turn, but I do see benefit in building one of those. French armoured sergeants are a tricksy foe, and if they start maining them, I think we need some lightly mailed units of our own, like lightly mailed spears, to compete. So I will authorise the construction of this blacksmith in order to ensure that we can compete with the French power. Right, we only have a little bit of money left, so if there's any recruitment to do, then let it be done now. I guess we could always get additional 2 units of archer militia, or this 1 unit of archer militia set up in Paris, because we are getting free upkeep on them. These peasant archers can be maybe not disbanded, or then again, Rams, what's your garrison like? Rams doesn't need them.
Sire.
I'm going to disband them for now. I did not make Paris happy, but look, you're getting a free replacement unit next turn, so this should be fine. Right, so I think we'll go to the next turn once more, and we're probably going to fight the Battle of Bruges across this turn transition, and we'll see how that one goes. But apart from that, I don't think there's anything else to do, unless Samuel, you want to keep moving into Spanish lands. The town of Zaragoza is being sieged by Captain Perro, and you can maybe talk with Violante el Valiente.
Approaching their dignitary, sire.
Is there something I can do for you, my lord?
Let me trade with your people, please. And in return, I wish to know all about your maps.
I see no true problem here. We agree then.
Thank you.
Until next time, my lord.
So what we know about the Spanish now is they are in control of pretty much all of Iberia. Obviously Portugal controls their own lands and Pamplona seems to remain a Portuguese area. But they've got control of Leon, Toledo, / Castile, Valencia, Cordoba. Well, Cordoba is just one big region it seems. Ooh, right. So yeah, Granada is still held onto by the Moors, but the garrison doesn't look too strong.
Yes, Your Highness.
So, you know what, Aston, why don't we head into the lands of Africa and do some conversions over there? Because, you know what, I'm getting sick of sharing my land with Dominigo the Corrupt. Let's go make ourselves look special elsewhere. And maybe learn a little bit about the Moors.
Continuing
I guess
one
they're
side
all
of
up
rest.
to something, so you never know. Might want to keep an eye on them. I mean, there's the town of Marrakesh, which we now know about. Is that a crusading town now? I don't know. Either way, Lawrence,
Your order,
you know where you're
sire.
going. My crusading armies know where they're going. Everyone knows where they're going right now. So we're going to jump on to the next turn, observe things, and possibly fight the Battle of Bruges. So let's go fight the Battle of Bruges or watch Bruges surrender. The surrendering part is preferable.
My liege, we must make a stand. We are besieged.
I am spent, sire. I shall continue tomorrow.
Right, I'll deal with the Imperial scum later. For now, Giles, this is your chance to get some appreciation. You wanted something to do, now is your mission. You must take down Captain Lorenz before he rallies his forces. You've done a good job so far in weakening his forces, his units, meh. The pikemen will at least now be a little weaker, and his knights are considerably weaker, his sergeants. We've learned how to deal with them now. And his crossbowmen, if we parry and we allow a cavalry to get into the back of them, they are never much of an issue. Either way, I wish for the destruction of Bruges to take place. Get me their full unconditional surrender. Unconditional, by the way, not a conditional one. Bruges is now property of England. Have at from Giles, or Giles, whatever you'd like to call yourself.
I shall lead our forces into battle, my lord.
You will lead your forces, but will you command them effectively, and will you bring victory?
Units, Yes, await my order.
Alright, no time for fancy speeches because the enemy is on their way. Lads, drop any siege equipment you currently have in your hand. We must just make our line now and prepare for an incoming enemy assault. Right, so spears, drop your ladders. What have we got coming out? We've got mailed knights coming out to charge at us. So, right. Spears, let's double time it out into the front. I want to get those knights tackled instantly. So, spear militia, move in, get those knights dealt with. Giles, prepare to flank. Oh, you know what, lads? Hold it here for now. Come into range of the enemy towers, annoyingly. Right. Archers. Don't know where you all are while you're all back at you. Archers, open fire. Just loose them off. Alright, spears. I've got some mailed knights looking to cause trouble. Get into them. Spears here. Short my flanks. Spears here. Short my flanks here. We're going to bloody bring the enemy into like a bloody pig pen. Knights, pull out. Pikes are getting clever. Right, Giles.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Smash them we will, but we must be wary. You know what? Engage those pikes now. Don't give them a chance to make a spear wall. We can crush them while they don't have a formation. We might be able to cripple their morale. I'm going to confess now, I'm not sure if phalanx... Well, they have spear walls, which I think is just a fancy name for phalanx, so I need to learn how they operate. Spears, get out of the way. Billman, I want you to jump into this engagement because those armoured sergeants are not to be dealt with by spears. So there we go. Well, spears, turn and face. Billman, give them some help. Archers. Keep pinging off their archers. Got some more armoured sergeants here, right. A 3-on-1 battle should be one you should win, but I'm going to bring some knights in to give you a hand. Send some billmen in as well just to assist. Oh, actually, you know what? Billmen, get yourselves over here and assist against those pikes. It's all a bit of a cluster right now, but it's working. Archers, let's get you into a formation group. Right, the enemy is currently just not... Right, you know what? There's nothing for you to shoot right now. That isn't risky. So, looks like we're pushing the enemy back into their walls so we can move on to phase 2 of our plan. Move in to take the city by storm. Right, I need to get some spears in to help. Come on, spears, give them a hand. Where are my knights? Knights, come on. We don't have time for dilly-dallying. This is a time of warfare, a time of killing the Belgians because they fucked us over in the World Cup, or we fucked them over in the World Cup. I don't know. We're both through to the next round. Now I'm recording this before the match has even begun, but hey, the way Harry Kane plays, I think we're going to cane the Brussels men today. Looks like some of the enemy starting to go a little bit berserk as well. They'll fight it to the end, and fair play to them if they want to, but they're not going to make it because fighting to the end implies there's an end, and the end is for them, so they're going to get wrecked. Knights, keep it up, keep the pressure up on these enemies. I must be careful with my troop numbers, however. I feel that I may be needing these men against the Imperials soon. How much I'm going to commit, I do not know.
They have lost half their men.
Half their men are dead. Excellent news. Knights, keep pushing on those crossbowmen. Keep them down, or you know what, get out of there. Not wait, those are crossbowmen. Keep them pushed then. I thought for a minute they were sergeants. Right. The armoured sergeants are trying to run away, so I think at this point we need to reorganise and prepare to get in the city. Some of you, get on those siege towers and prepare to take the walls. What's also status of the gates? If I might know, right, the rebels own the gates. We need to get those gates under my control then.
George, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Excellent news. Without their general, this has just become a lot easier now. Alright, knights, I want you to push in the city and force those gates open. We're gonna force our way into Brussels, because while I'm gonna have some units take the towers as insurance, I think it would just be more fun just to take the gates outright. Just by the classical Age of Empires 2 strategy of, well, funneling, or at least shoving yourself in the gates so hard that you start mass vibrating for some reason. Here where the pikemen are clueless, the crossbowmen, while armoured, just don't stand a chance. Keep pushing, men. Keep pushing with your magical vibration powers. You'll do this one. And they're all running for it in their thick Belgian accents. Run for it! Maybe these are people... Well, actually not even Belgium. Belgium doesn't exist yet. think they're all Frisians, Waterlanders.
Our men are winning the
and all that
battle.
stuff.
If we
Oh, no, it'd be the
continue like
Flems.
this, we will smash the
In the
enemy.
land of Flanders, the Flems, the Flemish. The Waterlanders are a little further up north, near the land of Antwerp. Right. Keep pushing through these gates, lads. They belong to us now. Or this will force them to be us. You can take that you can take the towers in if you want, lads. I don't have use of you, so if you just want to walk in and take the walls for prestige's sake, then that's absolutely fine. Archers, let's get in here. Because for once the towers aren't backwards shooting us, so I'm happy. Right, Knight, you lot are worse for wear now, but keep yourselves happy for now. You've pretty much done a majority of the work for this battle so far, so I'm happy with their performance so far. Right, spears. Hold these streets and adopt a guarding formation. We haven't won this battle just yet, but with these gates under our control, we'll be winning it very soon. Looks like we're sending in a pikeman to attack us, but they're going to be attacking on foot, as are the crossbowmen. Now, they do have better armour than you, however their melee skill might be in question with their swords. I need you to hold out until the billmen can take over the formation, which they will be able to do in a very, very short amount of time. Billmen, make your formation here, and then once we're ready, we're going to start setting your formation up, because right now the enemy is still in retreat. Archers are imminently arriving into the city as well, so once we have them set up here, we can basically just start barraging the enemy with a few more volleys. The crossbowmen may try to counter-volley us, however, so maybe keeping a spearman up front might work for us for now. Can't see any further because the camera is restricted, but what our men can see basically is the men are coming, but they're going as fast as they're coming, so we've got them in that lovely vicious cycle, which allows me to basically take some time and pick them off.
Our siege towers are at the walls. Our enemy have nowhere to hide now.
Excellent. Spears, I know why you think it is sometimes to have some idle chatter. Let's be a little bit more disciplined. Keep yourselves braced and ready for anything that the Flemish might try to throw at us. For you never know. They are kind of French, so that's why I don't trust them. I'm racist now, aren't I? Right. Looks like we're going to get some... Well, I said we're going to get some heart, but I haven't got any heart just yet. Just great big farts. Right. You know what? I'm happy to keep the spearmen in the front formation for the moment, because I'm going to gauge at this minute that the enemy just doesn't want to know. So, Billman, you are going to march up front. And I was hoping there was a sneaky route there, but no, this is pretty much our primary way forward this time around. So I'm just going to have the billmen just spread themselves out, because I hate seeing units just clashing. Right, archers. How are we doing? Getting into formation now. Right. So, open fire. Your fire at will privileges are restored. Also adopt a guarding formation. I don't want you pursuing. I just want you to hold your position and just basically shoot whatever is coming our way. Now, the majority of the enemies are armoured, actually, so you know what? Burn them. It's a narrow chokehold anyway, so we can keep their morale low, and we can continue with the slaughter at the same time. I mean, I thought that volley was bad because, yeah, we killed a few of them there, and I heard the satisfying noise of an arrow just basically slamming into them. Now we're going to have a volley that's even worse, because it's basically going to be, yeah, made out of fire. And is blood flammable? I don't know, but anyway, he was very flammable, so he's not in a good position. That's just going to keep driving their morale even further. I mean, we've pretty much got them on full out breaking point anyway, but, well, we may as well just keep crushing them. I mean, we technically haven't won yet. We could just end the battle now, but that would result in lifting of the siege. We've got to fight this one to the end. We've got to ensure that the city fully belongs to me. We may have no captain anymore, but another one will just rise and take his place. They're very replaceable, those fools. But what isn't replaceable are men who have burnt to a crisp, because that was a better volley. Keep it up, men. Keep it up. I mean, oh, I just saw another one going up. And unfortunately, we can't get all the way there to see it, but I'm just seeing a couple more fires breaking out as people just spontaneously combust to basically meet a very, very gruesome end. I have a feeling that the death isn't actually that quick. It's probably slower and more painful, but, oh, let's face it, any depiction of being set on fire is probably not very pleasant. I mean, here they come again. Looks like the crossbowmen are going to try and fight back now, so let's aim for them, lads, because, well, a good shot will probably force them into a retreat. There we go. They couldn't even load up their crossbowmen. Well, a few of them have opened fire on us. Whether or not they've hit us, I don't know. I didn't really see any arrows moving, but then crossbow arrows move very, very quickly. That was a good volley, men. He pushed the crossbowmen back very satisfactorily. Let's see if they keep trying to push forward. What are we percentages on, by the way? They've lost well over half their men. They've got less than 20% of their men left. That's how bad it is for them now. Right, they're coming in for another volley, lads. You know what to do. Let's face it, we fire faster than them at least, because they've got to go through all the rigmarole of loading. So I guess that's the advantage of an archer over a crossbowman. Archers don't have to do all this bloody loading up stuff. I mean, the crossbowmen probably hit harder and, you know, they're better against armour, but at the end of the day, I can get a volley out faster than they can, and it's enough to push them back into a rout, so that's what I do better than a crossbowman. Anyway, we'll just fast forward it here because we're basically now in a vicious cycle of watching these guys just attempt to shoot at us. They get like one volley out. Oh, we're getting a few volleys out. Ooh, we're getting special now, man, because my guys can't hit you because you're so low in number. Oh wait, one of you's on fire now. Right, there we go. Keep hitting them, lads. Looks like those crossbowmen, even though they did manage to get a few volleys out, still managed to make them completely and totally ineffective, so I have no worry about your abilities in battle. I mean, I'm going to just stud there bracing, really, and then I'll just send a billman in for the kill. And that's about all we can do, really. We're coming in for another shot. Here we go again, right. Let them out, let them loose, all that lovely good stuff. There we go. They've been shot down, and these guys... Ooh, we managed to get a shot out. Well done. Keep it going, lads. Keep shooting them. Better. Right. I think this is pretty much going to be the rest of battle now. But then again, our archers are now beginning to run out of ammo. But you know what? I'm still very happy just to continue breaking these crossbowmen down. Don't wish to move forward any further at the minute. Rather just have an approach to the final battlefield, which does not involve me being crossbowed to death, because crossbowmen can be a pain in the bum. So, if they're the ones who are brave enough to continue marching forward and continue just basically marching into the jaws of death, then that's fine by me. But jaws of death they are marching into. I mean, there we go. That's another one who's just been lit on fire for good. Just a nice little pile of crossbowmen now. Yeah, crossbows might... Oh, hang on. I think they're at the point now where it's going to be backwards and forwards. Are we going to come in? Yeah, they're not going to last. I mean, that's him gone. Right. Men, we're going to start moving up a little bit. The enemy's beginning to bore me, and also our archers are just about out of ammo at this point. By the way, I hear firing, but I don't see arrows going up. Can we not do the whole invisible arrow thing? Because that just tells me you're faking it. Right, billman. Begin moving up. I'm trying to move the billman up, by the way, but as usual, I am crap at making formations in these cities. Right, archers. Leave a crossbowmen be for now. They're too few in number to do any significant damage. I want you to move forward and use your last few arrows on burning up a few armoured sergeants. Would send spears in to chase them down, actually. That might be an idea. Can I get the other billman, by the way? Can you move up on this street? You'll join and reinforce in a minute, but just take the longer way around, just so then I'm not... I'll say that and you guys just completely don't listen. Come on, guys. That way, please. I'll have you join in after my current billman, but they're going to come in first. They're just currently beginning to advance forward alongside my many archers. This is going to be good, or at least I hope it's going to be good. Look at their wee little hats, by the way, with my archers. They think they're real soldiers. Nah, they are real soldiers. Well, they're a militia. Either way, they have nice hats. And the enemy remains absolutely shitting themselves, and the camera is very slowly moving forward as we continue to expand our line of sight. A couple of mailed knights hanging around as well, but there's so few of them, the billmen should be able to tackle them, hopefully, so I'm happy to allow the billmen to engage this time around. They should be able to take it. And then once I have hold of Bruges, more money should come in. I'm considering turning it into a castle, but that should be Antwerp. And Antwerp will be pretty much a frontier with the Holy Roman Empire now, who shall be dealt with in due course now. Let's keep this map zoomed in, by the way, as we just prepare for the final phases of this battle. So archers are just loosing off their last few arrows. We're going to try and target the armoured sergeants because, well, I guess we need to just give them a few more hits. As you can see, getting hit in the back does not do anyone any good, as they just basically just experience massive back pain all of a sudden. So we're going to let the archers just loose off their final shots. Billman, if we could just be, like, here, that'd be absolutely glorious. Hopefully we don't suddenly burn ourselves up, but that shouldn't happen. I mean, we are basically firing up and over, so, you know. And the rest of our billmen are going to join the battle very soon. I'm just going to have them there, stood by and ready to go. And deliver me a very good show. Archer Militia, if you're out of ammo, do you want to just pull back to the walls now, since you are no longer needed? And just let the peasant archers... They are absolutely exhausted at this point, so just loose off your last few arrows, lads, and then call it a day. You're doing a very good job for me today. Been bringing in the kills, slaughtering the enemy. Some of you still fire really weird, but okay. Right, I think that's all our arrows set off. Right, archers, you may withdraw, or at least withdraw to the walls. Billmen, move in for the final kill. Other billmen, continue to proceed. And you know what? The enemy is wavering. So you know what? If we hit them with a hard charge now, we're going to bring them down. But we need to flank around those pikemen. They have made a pike wall. So let's just avoid being daft and just engaging it right in the front. I mean, let's face it, they have no numbers, so we should be able to very easily flank it. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and batter them. Right, they won't have a chance now. They've been well and truly caught out by my very superior tactics of slightly walking around them.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Giles, I know I've been leaving you out. Why don't you run into the city quickly and help me out, by the way? Because, you know, if you want to take part, then now's your opportunity, lad. Right. I don't think the enemy really has much of a chance. I mean, all we've got to witness here is just the glorious slaughter by my billmen, who I still think use very strange weapons with their bill hooks, but... well, they're useful, aren't they? They know what they're doing. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
At last! Our men no longer command the city.
Just a temporary setback, because it looks like we're controlling it again, so, yeah. Tell you what, do some of you want to move into the plaza and take it over? One of you moving against those, hated knights. Actually, no, 2 of you moving on those knights. And that guarantees their demise. Since if you use your bill hook properly, you can rip a man from his horse. Oh, yes, you can. Is that pikeman good? Oh, wow, he's using his sword skills there. And we just have the classic strategy of stab him in the chest. Oh, that's your throat slit, mate, but you survived, so well done. I think he's using lag hacks or something, right? How we're doing over here, bringing down that last armoured sergeant. He's giving it a good go as well. Well, he's a bit weird with his spear, and oh, yeah, you didn't dodge. Well, you managed to shield block it. Yeah, he went down for the very obvious telegraphing of his moves. I mean, look. Oh wow, he threw a curveball there and managed to get the kill. Well done, you. Right, and the last of the knights are just about gone. I mean, there's one knight gone, and here's the last knight. Oh, wait, there's one left somewhere else. Where's the other knight? Where has he gone? Nope, you're the last knight. Alright, bring him down. Come on, lads, don't just fanny around him. Bring him down. Come on. Thank you. Good job, lads.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
A pleasant celebrating animation, my men. Right, so Giles Brown, you've made your first victory in battle, lost only 300 men, and captured a city. Take a bow, my man. You've done a very good job, and your mailed knights, I see, are gaining more and more experience. Well, not really, but they're experienced knights. Actually, the only unit who gained experience was this unit of spear militia, so well done them, but oh well, whatever. We've had victory, and I am happy.
Glorious victory is ours, sire.
Do the chivalrous thing and occupy the city.
Are now yours.
And hey, Gregory's dead. Oh dear, 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 dear. I didn't really care about Gregory, so because Pope Gregory I've always thought was in my way. Still, that might mean the Holy Roman Empire might be reconciled. So if we want to make any land gains against him, now is the time. Still, yeah. So that's really the first chapter of Catholic Church ended, or at least our chapters here. So he's gone, and you know the station never changes. The man who is recognised as Christ on earth does, which means, yeah, it's wiping the slate clean in a way, and we'll be waiting for a new church, a new pope who will probably come in, I hope, on the next turn. It takes us quite a long time to. Oh, there we go. Papal election. So, with the Pope down and his lovely smile, the Sacred College of Cardinals will now convene to elect a new Pope, except mine's all the way in bloody Africa. All cardinals will be expected to vote, and at least one cardinal hailing from your lands will have an opportunity to dictate the way. So, yeah. We must make our... Oh, we get to pick. Good, 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 good. So, we have Evio the Missionary, who is a Venetian, well, a Milanese, supported by Milan. These are actually the only 3 who are allowed to enter because our guy is not a preferati. So basically I've got to pick the faction who I don't hate the most. It's probably not going to be Venice then. I'm sorry, Olivia Augusti. To be honest, I don't know. I guess I just pick the nation who likes me more and won't get in my way. If I support the Danish, like support Halston, then that might work. Other factions who haven't decided yet, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the Hungarians, the Papal States, France and Sicily have yet to make their choice. I'm going to make my vote on Halston. I think he might be the best choice for us today. If I can keep the Danish on my side, then that's all well and good. And then also, I mean, obviously he'll switch to being the Papal States, but you know what? I think the Danish are good people, and they might, you know, they might remember my vote. And it went to fucking waste. So, Guido has been made Pope now, and he doesn't like me, so that's not really a surprise. Yeah. So, Evo the Missionary has been named the new Pope, and to Guido Christmas, you will unrise to go against him, and he won't forget. Oh my god, everyone voted for him! Oh, this does not make me look good then. Aston, you may be evicted from the College of Cardinals, if that's a thing. Right, so now I've got a pup who doesn't like me, which isn't really much of a surprise, so we're alright with him, but right now he is way up the arse of the Milanese, naturally, which basically means he thinks Milan's the best place in the world, but luckily he likes Denmark, and he also likes Sicily, and he doesn't like me. The Holy Roman Empire has also been reconciled, so that means hostilities are going to make this guy not like me very much, so I think we might be in for a bit of a rough ride if the Pope is not keen on me, and I've got another... Then again, if I play defensive against the Imperials and just continue my aggression against France, well, to the extent I'm allowed, I might be able to turn this to my advantage. Either way, we must tread carefully. Also, I'm well aware that French spies have been infiltrating me, so assassin, make your way north. We have vermin to get rid of. Still, I think this chapter in history... Oh, God's sake, someone's in the way. Right, well, tell you what.
You have a target in mind, Mike.
Use him for practice.
Rest assured, sire, he won't hear a thing.
Good job, you killed a useless captain, but hopefully that means you are a little better at your job. Anyway, end of turn report. Money's starting to come in, even though I spent it all on a blacksmith. I'm happy with that. Strongest faction, by the way, is me, so maybe that's why the pup doesn't like me. He's scared of me. It's not really that, it's just because I'm not very good at my job. And we've also been notified that we are the most advanced faction now, so we are doing really well in this department. French agent has been discovered in Paris, though, and we're on our way to deal with him. And we have been... Ooh, 3 new mailed knights at London. Good. Barnaby, could you cease your hostilities, however, though, just so then the Pope can maybe say, alright, we won't excommunicate you just yet. Faction House of 5 way, Ediha has been born, and Giles Brown has now been declared to be someone who is fair in his rule, and he's got an aspiring commander, which gives him 2 more command. However, he hasn't really declared that he's any more loyal to me, so his loyalty's okay, but I'm gonna be keeping a closer eye on him from now on. Establish some dirt roads in Bruges, by the way, to allow better transport. Bruges is a town that's going to make us more money. Recruitment report, by the way. Paris has some arch militia, rams, a new spy and merchant. However, they're quite useless because the town's under siege. And then there's some retraining going on. Diplomatic information, by the way. We are now at war with the Holy Roman Empire because they've signed a treaty with France to go against me. They've also been reconciled, so I'm hoping they'll just get excommunicated for starting a war against me. Either way, we must now keep the Holy Romans off our backs. For however, Metz would be, I mean, I feel like I've got to scare them into having peace with me. But then again, I'm stronger than them, so they might change their mind quite quickly anyway. Can you head north and go to the new French capital of whatever it's called? I'm guessing it's Marseille now. And is it Marseille? No, it's Toulouse. Either way, can you head up to Toulouse and try and get the French to stop this war with me, and then I can just pick on the Imperials for a bit, or whatever way. Cardinal promoted, by the way. Azzarello Colonna of Sicily has been promoted to Cardinal, so probably a new, there's actually 2 vacancies, so hopefully one of my guys goes up, I doubt it. But Halston is now the Preferati Bishop, as is Manuel and Olivier Augusti. How old is the new Pope now? He's 59, so he ain't going to last forever. Probably go down quite soon, so that might be good because, yeah, this Pope is not. I feel like me and this Pope are going to be clashing more than we did with Gregory. Aston remains in the college, and he's doing very well for himself. He's doing better than others at least, but I guess to be Preferati, we've got to look better as a faction as well. Captain guy. Oh yeah, this was just him dying. We've already seen that. So yeah, mission was a success. Trait increase. Philip Colsey is now a hired blade, which has given him additional skill. And King Rufus has lost some chivalry as a result, and the path has been blocked, but we've dealt with that. Anyway, I think this may actually be an appropriate place to call it an episode. We finished on the high of taking Bruges, but on the question mark of this new Pope fellow. Will he be a help or will he be a hindrance? Either way, we'll be dealing with the Holy Romans, or the Imperials, or the German bastards at the beginning of the next episode. How it will go, well, I just hope it goes well. Nigel, can we continue our random scout into... There's Oslo, and it turns out that, in fact, the Scottish do not own it, so... This mystery just keeps getting deeper for some reason. What is Scotland up to?
Set sail! No more wind today, sire.
I just don't know what they're doing. If they're doing nothing, then I'm taking Edinburgh. It's not like I have a lot to lose with this Pope. Well, apart from everything. Oh well. Either way, I'll see you all in the next episode, my friends, for scheming, planning, and dealing with annoyances that seem to be rocking up on our horizons. See you there!